To generate and run the application for the first time, we only have to press F5 or select the Run option from the Build menu. As we saw in a previous video, when creating the knowledge base, we can indicate if we want to prototype the application locally or in the GeneXus cloud. If the prototyping is local, GeneXus Next takes care of configuring the properties of the data store, indicating the necessary values to establish the connection with the database server. On the other hand, if prototyping takes place in the GeneXus cloud, it is enough to enter the username and password of our GeneXus account in this dialog box. GeneXus will evaluate the definitions created in the knowledge base and display a report named Impact Analysis. This report shows what structural changes should be made to the database. Note that in this case, the main title informs that the database tables will be created. By clicking on each table, product and product type on the left side, we can see on the right the attributes that will be included in each of them. As we saw earlier, the product type name attribute is not included in the product table to be created because it is only an inferred attribute in the product transaction. It was included in its structure only to show its value in the web layout of the transaction. This attribute is part of the product type table because it is a secondary attribute. If we agree with the impact analysis, we click on the Create button, and GeneXus will start creating the necessary programs to create the database that doesn't exist yet, as well as the tables with their structures in that database. Next, GeneXus will execute these programs, and after creating the database and the tables, will generate the necessary lines of code in the selected programming language to get the application that will allow users to insert, update, and delete product types and products. Then the output window will show a message indicating if the result was successful or if there were any errors or warnings. Now we can run and test the application. For this, we see that the Launchpad window has been opened, offering a quick way to run the defined objects. Let's click on the product type link. The page that opens allows us to add, update, and delete product types. Let's enter the first product type. Since the product type attribute has the auto number property set to true, it will not be necessary to enter a value for the identifier because it will be automatically enumerated. Therefore, let's enter the product type name, medicines. After entering the product type name and clicking on the Confirm button, a message will appear informing that the data was successfully added. The page will then be empty and ready to enter another product type. Now let's enter the second product type, cleaning. We click on the Confirm button. We can browse and check the data to confirm that it is entered and numbered. Now let's execute the product transaction. To do so, we go back to the Launchpad and execute the product transaction by selecting its link. Let's add the first product. We must enter its name, price, stock, and then indicate the type of product with which it is associated, because it is foreign key in product. If we remember the identifier, we type it in, or we can retrieve it from a selection list by clicking on this arrow. If we type a value that does not exist as a primary key in the product type table, GeneXus displays this error indicating that the record does not exist and therefore cannot be associated with the product we are entering. This is because GeneXus controls the referential integrity of the data so that the database is always consistent. We select the medicines type and confirm the insertion of the product. Now we are going to try to delete the medicines product type. To do so, we select it and press the Delete button. As we can see here, a message informs us that the deletion cannot be performed because there is related data in product. The star muscle pain medication that we have just entered is a product that belongs to this product type. In the next video, we will grow our application with new definitions requested by the pharmacy.